Hey guys, Linda aka the Gamer Girl here, and we went on a field trip. I went to an arcade that I heard of from a friend. This one is located in Kendall, so if you don't mind the drive to Kendall, go for it. So when you go in, it's a tiny little arcade, not very big, but what it lacks in size it makes up for in displays. It is awesome how they use all the floor and you don't feel cramped in there. So when I walked in, I talked to the girl. I asked what's the average about for most games, and she said 2 tokens. So I bought $10 worth of tokens, and I stayed there for a long time. I stayed there for about an hour and a half because most of the games that I played, you can get them for 2 tokens. So I went through, played several games, and I had a blast. So I'm just showing you an overview of everything on what it looks like when you walk in. It is pretty nice, and I say they do take care of their machines. Not one machine that I walked to did I feel anything sticky. So it was all good and golden. You're okay. So when you walk in, you see that they have mostly old school machines. You're not going to find very many new machines, so it's going to feel like 90s to me. That's what it felt like. So there's Crazy Taxi, Time Crisis 3, there is X-Men, Killer Instinct, Mortal Kombat 2. I didn't see, like, they didn't have, like, a full set of anything really. They did have a funny bathroom stall. They had pictures of two people pissing. So it was hilarious to me. And I just played a few games here and there just to show you that there is no lag. And when you looked at the carpet, it was 90s, pure 90s. It was hilarious. And I started watching a lot of people play because it was fun. Nobody was kicking the machines, nobody was angry. It was a chill vibe the minute you walked in. You didn't have any problems, you could play all the machines. It wasn't like everybody was fighting over the machines, everybody knew the rules. You waited your turn. If you didn't have the machine you wanted, you just moved on. It wasn't like how it is at Dave & Buster's where it's screaming kids 24/7. Everybody respected everybody. I loved it. So I decided to play some Carnival. I hadn't played this game in a while, and I loved it. I missed all these old games that I couldn't find at Dave & Buster's. And I will say, there is no problems with anything that I was playing. Everything was functioning correctly. So if you go down, you can go through. They have a Facebook and they have a couple, like you can find them on Yelp and stuff like that. And as I was playing, I noticed that in the back they did have a section for tournaments. So I didn't bother to ask, but it looked really cool. Like they have all the PCs, you can rent out the PCs if you need to, or you can just use it for personal use for a little bit on the internet. And then as I was going through, in the back is where all the pinballs are, and then they have a multiplayer where you could play all the old school style Japanese versions, and that was awesome. And then right here is some more arcades, and everything is original. That's what I love about it. They didn't modify anything. Everything is like how it was when you played in the arcades over in Japan. So I was looking at it, I loved it. Everything was virtually clean. Like like you could still see some minor stuff that was like messed up, but it was not bad. And then here is the pinballs. I decided to play a few of them. A lot of them they don't have anything new I've seen except for Game of Thrones. And so after the pinballs, I moved on to the multiplayer arcades, and then I moved on to the fighting games. They had a lot of good fighting games, and most of them were from, like I said, the Japan machines. And I played Street Fighter. Right next to it was Dragon Ball Z. I had a ton of fun. And then right next to the other game, I didn't show you guys, but it's a hilarious game where it's a matching, kind of like Simon Says. You match what the screen does, and you have to win and beat, because there's only 2 players, so you have to beat the computer always, no matter if you're playing 2 or 1 player. And so here is Dragon Ball Z. I loved it. It was awesome to be able just to go back in time and play all the games. I didn't do bad on most of the fighting games because I haven't played in a while. And then they have a lot of old school games. They have Tron, they have Donkey Kong, they have Mario, they have a lot of old school stuff that you're going to be able to enjoy and have fun with. And all the stuff, like I said, is original. They just cleaned it up, they fixed it up. So if you are interested in Arcade Odyssey, you have to check it out. They are super cheap. The staff is friendly. I mean, I literally could talk to her for a few minutes and she didn't mind. and she was busy. She was literally taking bags of coins and weighing them, and still was like, yeah, what can I do for you today? And I'm like, I just have a couple questions. What's going on with this? And she's like, yeah, shooting the breeze with me, having a blast. Like, it was like I met a new friend that I've never met, but I still was chill with and I could talk to. So you're not gonna have that problem where you walk up and they're not gonna be like, ugh, really? You're killing my vibe. No, they were chill, they were awesome. So I would recommend, if you guys have the time, if you're ever in Florida, go to Kendall, go to Arcade Odyssey, say hi, go meet some new people. There is a ton of people that are playing arcade games over here, and you're not going to be disappointed. I will say, just always double check before you head over, because their hours are not long. They're not like Dave & Buster's where they're open until about midnight. So you want to make sure before you go that you know the hours, because they are only like one-man staff, two-man staff at the time. So that is pretty much it, guys. They have a ton of machines. I give it a 10 out of 10. I would not say don't go. Go see this arcade. It is awesome. And I was super stoked that I am going back again. And I will always, anytime I can, I'm in Miami area. I'm going to drive down to Kendall. I'm in love with this arcade. And that's it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. If you're new, please subscribe. And as always, keep on gaming, everybody. Peace. Bye.